Hello and welcome to my craft room. My name is Laura and I create DIY crafts for the home over at Heartfilled Spaces. Today we are going to make two types of 3D Cross SVG designs from paper. First, we will create a paper 3D cross box to hold small Easter gifts, and second, we will create a 3D mandala SVG cross for an Easter card. These handmade pieces add an elegant touch to your Easter gift baskets, table settings, and family get-togethers. To keep this craft easy, I've created two different Cross SVG designs and step-by-step instructions for you. These templates are designed to be cut on a die cutting machine like a Cricut Maker or a Silhouette Cameo. Both 3D Cross SVG designs are available as DXF, EPS, PNG, and PDF file formats. I've included links to access these Easter cross designs in the description below this video tutorial. For more free Easter SVG designs, check out my free library over at heartfilledspaces.com. This video includes the supplies you will need to create the three-dimensional crosses along with the assembly process. There are also separate instruction videos available for Cricut Design Space and Silhouette Studio. These tech tutorials will teach you how to bring the files into your cutting machine software, prepare them to cut, and learn the best cut settings for this paper craft. Bring your family and friends together, learn some new skills, and create something fun for the upcoming Easter holiday. The supplies you will need for this project are an electronic cutting machine like a Cricut or Silhouette Cameo, a light grip mat, a brayer, weeding tools, a scraper tool, 65-pound cardstock, lightweight vellum, precision craft glue, and a glue stick. Let's get started with the assembly process. To start, we're going to remove the side panels for the cross, and then we're going to flip the mat over, and we're going to go around the perimeter of the cross just to kind of loosen it up a little bit from the mat so we don't tear it when we remove it. Then we're going to flip the mat back over and begin to peel it up away from the cross. This will keep your actual cross pattern from wrinkling, and the bits will stay on your mat if it's sticky enough. Look how nice that came out. It's nice and clean. We're going to set it aside and we're going to clean off the extra bits from our mat. Now we have our three side panel pieces and the flat piece. Next, we're going to remove the vellum from the mat. We're going to remove the cross vellum one side at a time so that we don't tear it. I'm kind of going slowly and carefully here just to keep it from ripping while I remove it from the mat. You can see that my light grip mat is pretty sticky, and I like to keep it that way because it hangs onto the bits when I'm cutting my intricate designs. Once we remove those, we're going to mark the front panel and the back panel of our cross so that we don't get them confused. The front panel is a little larger to slip over the bottom panel. Now we're going to go ahead and fold all of the tabs on our cross so that they're all facing in the same direction. I'm using a small scraper tool to help with that. Next, we're going to take a glue stick and we're going to cover one side of the vellum cross with our glue stick, making sure to cover it evenly. Then we're going to go ahead and press the vellum cross into place on the back side of our detail cut of our cardstock. Make sure you press it in good so that it adheres nicely to the pattern. I'm going to flip it over and that part of the box is done. Now we're going to take the side panel that has the 5 score lines on it, and there's one side with a tab and the other end without a tab. We're going to start folding the side panel at the side without the tab, and that's going to go on the top of our cross. You'll see here in a minute how this lays out. Then we're going to take the next longest piece, this is the bottom of the cross, and we're going to go ahead and fold it. And just make sure that you line up that piece with the sides that have the tab. Now we're going to work on the left-hand side panel for the cross. And you can see that I kind of dry fit this. I laid it all out to make sure everything was lined up properly before I start to glue these panels into place. Now I'm going to take my precision craft glue and I'm going to work one section at a time on the cross. So I'm going to put the glue on for the first side panel and all the tabs. This will go around the top and the right side of the cross. We're going to put it in place. You need to add a little bit of pressure with this glue. It helps it adhere, the paper bond to itself. We're going to work our way all around the perimeter. And then we're going to repeat that process on the bottom part of the cross. So we're going to add the glue to our tabs. Now we have this connecting piece here, you can see that. And we're going to put the glue on all of our tabs. Always lay it flat on the surface. That makes sure that the sides of the cardstock are flush with the front of the cross. So lay it on a flat surface to glue it together. You can always pick it up after you go through this process and just to continue to press it together, but you want to start it out on a flat surface. Keeps everything flush. Then we're going to add the glue to our tabs for the last panel. Lay it flat on our surface. We're going to go ahead and put the last side panel on. Again, we're pressing the tab to the side panel with our fingers. That helps the glue bond to the paper. The last step is to add some glue to that top tab. And then press it into place. So we're going to flip the top of the box over, and then we're going to set the bottom of the box inside. And you flip it over, and there's your completed cross box. Next, we're starting with our 3D layered mandala. We're peeling off one part of the cross from the mat. And then we're going to use our scraper tool to remove the extra bits. Now we're going to remove the blue cross from the mat. This blue one has very detailed patterns, so you want to go slowly when you're removing it off of the mat. And here's all 4 of the layers that are cut and ready to go. So I'm starting with the yellow layer. It's the thicker of the patterns. I'm just adding my precision craft glue. I love this glue. It works really good for these projects. It has a nice fine tip nozzle. And then I just press it into place. You just line up the perimeter of the cross with the piece behind it, and it'll line up really nicely. Roll it with your brayer. That kind of makes the glue spread out evenly underneath. And then we're going to move on to the next layer. I started with the thickest cut layer, and then I'm working my way up. And I'll put the back panel on last. And I just keep repeating this process. Add some glue, line it up. You can slip it around for the first few seconds, so you want to get it in place quickly. And then press it down with your brayer. And then this last piece is the detailed piece, and I just kind of work some glue around on all those little pieces. I'm careful to not put too much glue on. I'm kind of controlling the amount that goes on so it doesn't ooze out. Line it up with the perimeter of the cross, press it into place, and then I, again, just use the brayer to it just kind of evenly spreads the glue out. And there it is. There's a back blue panel on this cross I didn't show you. It's the solid piece, but you're also going to glue that into place. We're going to fold our card backing over. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of lay everything out. Oh, and by the way, the he is risen cut out really beautifully from the 65-pound cardstock. I was very pleased at how detailed and fine these are, and the machine did just a great job cutting these out. You just need to be careful when you're peeling away the extra cardstock that you don't lose your bits. So, and then I'm just adding, again, I'm using that wonderful precision craft glue, adding it to the back, lining things up and pressing it into place. You see, I lined my words up before I started to glue them, so I had an idea of where my layout was going to go. And then these dotted eyes are a little tricky. I just pick them up with my thumb. I do get a little glue on my finger, but it works out okay as long as you get glue on them. Then use your precision tweezers to put them into place. Then we just repeat that for the second one. And now we're going to go ahead and glue the cross down to the card. We're going to line it up before we press it into place. And then we're going to go ahead and use our brayer to kind of secure it down to the cardstock and spread the glue out. And there it is. Look how cute that is. The pattern came out really nice on there. Now we're going to start with our envelope. Again, I've used pattern paper on the inside that matches the card, and we're just going to fold all the score lines, then fold that bottom panel down and add the glue here. A little on the left, a little on the right, and then fold that up. And again, I like to use the brayer to kind of spread the glue out. And that's it. Your card and your envelope are done and ready to use. One quick note, you can add a blank piece of paper on the inside of these cards to leave a note, and then the person that you pass them on to can reuse them if they'd like. That completes our project for today. Don't forget to check out the tech tutorials down in the description. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please like and subscribe. For more seasonal crafts, visit my free library at heartfillspaces.com. Thanks for watching.